The Smiley J Artist Zone, a platform for and about independent artists, music, interviews, and much, much more. Now, give it up. Your host, Smiley J.
Welcome to the Smiley J Artist Zone, a platform dedicated to independent artists from various music genres, creating what we all love, and that's music. Chit chat and music is what I do. I'm your show host, Smiley J. Now, as mentioned last week, in observance of Black Music Appreciation Month, for the month of June, I will be featuring some really cool guests who's going to stop through and, they're going to share what Black Music Appreciation Month means to them. They're also going to share some of their experiences, funny moments, and, of course, some gems, because y'all know I love to learn. And, I want to make sure that my audience have some takeaways. After all, we should all be open to learning, growing, and improving on what we can do more better. So let's go ahead and get on with today's show. Hanging out with me today in the Artist Zone is Mr. Wayne Bruce, founder and music director of Spur of the Moment Band. He's a former Grammy board member of the DC chapter. Spur of the Moment Band resume reads like a who's who of the R&B and jazz world. The band has developed a loyal following and some famous fans as well, including Will Downing, Eric Robinson, Lettucey, Leda Hathaway, Brian Colson, Raheem Devon, and a list of others. I just named a few. In fact, let me read a quote from the Velvet Voice herself, Miss Mesa. She says, "Spur of the Moment Bands embodies all the goodness of today's music, smooth melodies, beautiful instrumentation, and lots of soul." You guys help me welcome Mr. Wayne Bruce. Hey, welcome to the Smiley J Artist Zone. How are you today, sir?
I'm well, Smiley J. What's going on, young lady?
Nothing much. How's everything going on with you, sir?
Everything is pretty cool. Pretty cool. We opening back up. That's a great thing.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Man. Yeah, too long.
Yes, and people are ready for, this is DMV is a musical town, so, we are ready.
Yep.
So, listen, as we celebrate African American Music Appreciation Month, formerly known as Black Music Appreciation, I don't know who changed it, but anyway.
Right.
It's no secret that Black music has influenced all music genres and styles. And, I thought it would be nice to feature some hometown guests who have been involved in the trenches in the music scene, like your band, Spur of the Moment. You guys have worked alongside some music icons that, that we're listening to today in our playlist. And I just want to, name a few.
Come on.
Because it's many.
Come on.
I don't have enough time on this show for all the folks you've worked with. Okay. Stanley Clark.
Oh, wow.
Lettucey.
Yeah.
The two late greats, George Duke and Al Jarreau.
Yeah. Wow.
Raheem Devon, DC.
Come on now, hometown.
Leda Hathaway, they say she's my twin. And a host of others.
Yeah. We've been blessed, man. We've been blessed. That's nothing but God, It's nothing but God.
That is beautiful. And you know what? Let me just say this. When I launched the show, I launched and I featured two hometown talents, which is Spur of the Moment and Anissa Hargrove. And I featured the song Into Deep. And can I tell you that episode 1 is one of the most popular episodes, and people are still downloading and listening to that show.
Wow, man. That's great. That's great. I mean, Anissa is incredible. I mean, we worked with Anissa for years. I mean, she's one of the true diamonds that have come out of the DMV and true talents. And we love her.
Yes, and and that's wonderful. I love when artists show each other love, and that's always a beautiful and good thing. Now, I know that there are going to be a lot of national events honoring and celebrating, some of the legendary music icons, some that we mentioned earlier. But I got to ask you, before we dive into this whole Music Appreciation Month, I want to talk a little bit about Mr. Bruce.
Uh-oh, watch your ministry now. Watch yourself.
Yes. Now, I know that you probably listened to a lot of music growing up. Now, I got to ask you,
Mm-hmm.
Who are some of the folks that you listen to?
Wow. So some people know, some people don't. I was the youngest of 5. So in my house growing up, man, I could not touch the stereo. So I had to listen to what was ever on. And I lived in a house kind of like my grandparent lived in the house, and my great aunt and uncle her sister lived in the house, and my mom and my dad, when he wasn't, at camp. Anyway, y'all figured out. And then my older brothers and sisters. So, I would hear everything from, Lawrence Welk to Mahalia Jackson to Louis Armstrong to then, listening to my parents' stuff, to my mom. She would be on Cannonball Adderley or Nancy Wilson and all Lou Rawls and Teddy Pendergrass and all that Philly stuff. And then my sisters, who were old, were into Motown. And then my brother was into rock, Jimi Hendrix and all that stuff.
You had a nice mix.
Yeah, and I couldn't touch the stereo. So I had to listen to everything.
So you took it all in.
Yeah, that's what you do. The youngest in the family generally is the sponge. So you have to watch what you do, because they're totally watching you, just like children. They're totally watching, and their teachers are the people more close in age to them. So, my parents were considered the original teachers, but the teachers were my brothers and sisters. So, I had to listen to everything. So I listened to everything.
So that's a good thing.
It was a wonderful thing.
Yes.
It's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing.
Now, I don't want to assume that all my listeners know who you are, but they will by the time we finish. So I'm here to educate, inform, and learn, because, I have some really smart guests that come on the show, and, I'm always learning from them. So we're going to learn something from you.
Okay.
Yes. So you have been the musical director on the Capitol Jazz Cruise for 13 years, and also the MD for all of the music tributes for the annual Capitol Jazz Festival, which, by the way, is located right here, guys, outside of D.C., where thousands of music heads come from everywhere and hang out for a weekend full of good music, good food, and vendors, and a lot of cool merchandise. So I got to ask you,
what's that?
Was that really hard, like learning all that music from all those different artists and keeping everything intact? And was that stressful and fun at the same time?
Yeah, actually, all of those things you just said. So, for the past 14 years, I was music director. Pandemic hit. We don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if I'm going to go back. It's one of those things. But I am doing the tributes. There have been the tributes for the Capitol Jazz Fest for the past, I guess, 6 years now. 5 or 6 years. And this year, it's not in stone, but we're looking at a Bill Withers tribute. And we got a whole lot of people just lined up for that. And so by the time they're hearing this, we'll be in stone, and it looks like Bill Withers.
Oh, that's going to be nice. That's going to be nice. Now,
incredible.
Oh my gosh, Bill Withers and all that catalog of music, and Bill took us to school. But look, use me. Well, wait a minute, not that song.
Okay. His whole thing was you put me in a room of high class people, and then you act
real rude to me. Now how you gonna do that?
Come on,
you
now.
know what? You listen. We got to listen to some of them lyrics so we can just understand. We done got real cute black folks now. Listen, y'all need to go back and listen.
Right. But of course, his catalog, and we've done, Maurice White with Earth, Wind and Fire catalog. We've done Al Jarreau. We've done Phyllis Hyman, and just it's incredible being able to pull from those catalogs and craft a show, and then have guest artists come on. Everybody. Wow, man! The first year was Maurice White, and we had Ronnie Laws and Take Six and Layla singing together. Eric Benet, Marcus Miller. It was incredible.
All those good. That's good music right there.
So we get a chance. I always say we get a chance at Spur of the moment to play with our heroes. and our music heroes and Black music heroes, you know, African American Music Month heroes, people who crafted the music that we actually listen to. And is it stressful? Yes. Anything that you want to turn out proper is stressful. It is. Yeah. But, you know, if you love it, you take the stress and you learn from the stress and you don't let it get to you, you know. So the release is in the performance and in the music and in the learning. And you want it to be right. We want it to be right for the people. I mean, we really do it for us and for the people. I mean, we could play this music in our basement, but getting a chance to play it in front of people and get that energy back is what we do it for.
Well, you know, and people look forward to that. People are coming from all over the country to be a part of that. You know, the tribute shows. And I mean, they love it. And you guys are connecting people to music, which is a beautiful thing. So, yeah, I love it. Now, you were also a part of a band, Brian Culbertson band, right?
Yeah.
What was the name of that band?
It was the funk band. It's Brian Culbertson funk band. Okay. You know, it was the first project from the funk record. He did the funk record, and then he came on the cruise and we provided some support for him, but he saw our performance and asked me to play, and it was playing with one of my guitar heroes, Sheldon Reynolds, who used to play with Earth, Wind & Fire. So it was a chance to be in that band with Sheldon Reynolds and some of the incredible musicians that are on records you hear today. Maurice Fitzgerald, Lamar Jones, Chris Mescal, who was a drummer, and incredible Marquell Jordan. I mean,
you know what? He was a past guest, and he mentioned you, and he spoke very highly of you. He said you guys were in the band together, but he said a lot of nice things about you, and I didn't have to pay him either.
Wow. But see, no wonder I got that invoice the other day. I got that invoice from that dude, man. What?
Yes, that is so nice. Now, you also had a close relationship with the late, great George Duke. Now, was he your mentor?
Well, you know, he was a hero before I met him. And, he was my brother's hero. So generally when you're young, the people your brother likes, you tend to like. You like, okay, I want to be just like my brother. And then as I got into music more and realized the greatness of of what he was, he became a hero. And then upon playing with him, he became a mentor. Nice. And it was a special relationship. I mean, you know, I always say, I live a charmed life with Spur of the Moment, but I live a charmed life because, you know, God really looks out, and I've been allowed, like I said, to play with my heroes, and George would call me to talk. And it would be awkward because I would be like, this is like my hero. I don't know if he knows. And one night he was like, hey, man, I just want to hang out with you. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, is this really happened? And he was fantastic until, you know, the week of I spoke to him the week he passed. And, I just love him. I still love him. I still love him. Yeah. I still love him.
I know that was difficult for you when he.
Yeah, it was. He that death in my life, and as one of my mentors of past, but he definitely, for the short period of time, you know, our relationship burned like a hot flame just in that mentorship thing. And just a short period of time he was in my life, he definitely had a profound influence on me.
And that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Now, I know that there are a lot of memories that you cherish and you want to hold near and dear to your heart. But, you know, I got to ask you, is there like one quirky thing that you could tell the fans and the folks about George Duke that, maybe the fans don't know? Something funny.
Oh, man, it's so many to tell how funny it was. But whenever anything got sticky where he saw any trepidation on your face and about music, you know, I would be like, ooh, man. He would be like, it ain't gonna hurt long. That was his key thing. Ain't gonna hurt long. She was like,
ain't gonna hurt long.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt, but it ain't gonna hurt long. So I can remember we did the opening. It was a big band hit, and he called me to do. And I mean, it was incredible musicians. Christian McBride beside me on the bass chair, and Little John Roberts, who's played with so many people. Drums was playing drums, and George Duke was playing Rhodes, and Joe Sample was playing piano. And it was one of those things. He looks over at me as I'm looking at one of the sheets, one of the pages, and he just looks up. I look at him, make eye contact, and he whispers, "Ain't gonna hurt long." It's gonna hurt though, So that's one of the beautiful things I could tell, little things I could tell about George, man.
Well, thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate it, because I know how, close relationships, you want to guard all those sacred moments. But so thank you for that.
Yeah.
Now, you're the founding member of Spur of the Moment, and you guys celebrated your 30th anniversary last year. But I know that you had to postpone, events due to this whole COVID fiasco. Now, do we have anything scheduled? Because you got a lot of fans here in the DMV. They want to celebrate with you guys.
I want the whole, the whole world, and the DMV especially, look for late November. We're going to have a special event, and it'll be a reunion. And trying to decide now whether we're going to do some virtual or some live things. It'll probably have some of both in it.
Well, yeah. You're going to have both so you can reach all the folks. We're here for it. I'm ready for that.
Come on now, Smiley.
Now, you know what? I have a nice picture of us that we took a few years back. It's probably at Bethesda Blues. Very nice picture. I'm going to see if I can get it and post that up.
Come on now and post that picture.
we were slim and trim.
You're always beautiful, no matter what size.
Oh my God! Thank you so much. Now look, I gotta ask you, what's the story behind Spur of the Moment's name?
Okay, here's the deal. So you'll hear. I've heard so many stories out there that aren't true, that are not coming from band members. It's funny.
Really? So tell me, let's clear it up.
Let's clear it up. This is for the record. I was at the University of Maryland, and my mentor at the University of Maryland, J. Otis Williams, would call me to do like little shows for campus, like cocktail hours. And I would call the same cats. And he was like, I need a name. One day he was like, I need a name of the band. And he said, you always doing stuff on the Spur of the Moment. I said, well, that's the name of the band, Spur of the Moment.
I love it. There it is.
And there it is.
Wow.
That's the original story. That's the truth.
So are those the same cats that you were playing with in Maryland? Are those the core members? The original
core members. I mean, at that time. So at that time, it's a little interesting. We used to use Michelle Johnson. The world knows her as Michelle Indegiacello.
Yes.
Kenny was around, Kenny Allen. Our saxophonist was Bruce Williams. And he played early on, and then Brian took his place, and then Wardell Thomas was the drummer. I mean, Wardell was a young University of Maryland student who really played well. And that's how it started,
But you know what? I used to go and hear you guys way back when at Silver Shadows?
Yeah.
Columbia.
Mm-hmm.
You guys oh my gosh, yes. I looked forward to that. Those were the days. So y'all gotta do a 30th anniversary celebration for the people here.
We'll do it 30 plus one.
30 plus one. Okay.
For the peoples.
So you wanna shout out your brothers? I know they probably.
Yeah, I want to shout out my brother Kevin Kojo Prince. He like
DC
Gordy. Nice beard there, young man. He's carrying around. I think it's tattooed on. I don't know. Anyway, give a shout out to Mark Walker. We call him Mark Lord Have Mercy Walker.
Lord have mercy. Okay.
Yeah, because when he put it down, and then we got the drummers. So you'll hear J.J. Williams. You'll hear Tim Man of Steel. Shout him out. We want to shout out Wardell Thomas, the incredible, the foundation, the original Wardell Thomas. also Mike Reed, who you may see him with Janet Jackson now. So those have been the drummers in the band. And I like to shout out my brother Kenny, Smooth Kenny. We used to call him Pretty Kenny. Now he's Pretty Old Kenny.
He gonna get you for that. Baby face.
Right. And our saxophone is everybody Bruce Williams. We got the Skip Pruitt, Skip Pruitt experience, Skip Pruitt, and Brian Lanier. Brian Lanier. So I'll shout out all of them. Did I miss anybody? I hope not. If I missed anybody, charge it to my head, not my heart.
Now we do have to mention the Spur wives, because the Spur of the Moment wives, because they always there supporting you guys
all
on the road.
So man, don't make me go through all the names.
Because you're gonna be yeah.
I love
we ain't gonna go through the names, but we gotta shout the ladies out.
All ladies, everybody, because trying to remember everybody's names when you put me on the spot.
I know. I'm
you
sorry.
See people and think about people. Just I'm going. When I see you, Smiley, I'm going to get you for this one.
Don't do it.
But it's cool, man. Yeah, our wives. Look, I forgot Eric Parker, man. How can I not shout out Eric Parker on keys and a writer on the record, man? Come on now.
Okay.
Come on. He's in L.A., so he actually commutes here for gigs.
Yeah.
In LA. So
that's
let's shout out Eric.
That's real brotherhood. What's up, Eric?
Yeah, shout out Eric Parker, man. I apologize.
Just LA Eric. Okay.
Yeah, just go to the later part of this thing. I shouted him out more, and his wife, Jazzy. And we got everybody, man. Gina Prince and see, you done got me going. I'm sorry.
Listen, all the Spur wives. We appreciate you.
Nicole, my wife, Melissa. Come on, man. Ron Dini, Rhonda Walker. Come on, man. Why you got me going?
Okay. Let's stop. So look, let me. I got to ask you. We're celebrating Black Music Month. What does it mean to you? Just the whole music, celebrating Black music and our heritage and all that we do and all that we contribute.
Now it's funny. We call it Black music, right? Mm-hmm. And what people fail to realize that Black music, what we call Black music, is American music. Mm-hmm. And that music, all music you hear in America, just about, comes from Black people or came from Black people. And you can go look at the records. You can go research and do everything. From country and Western to folk music, which came from Ireland and Africa, because the banjo is an African instrument. So,
thank you for that, because a lot of people don't know that. So
banjo is an African instrument. And then, R&B, there's no rock and roll without Chuck Berry, without Muddy Waters, without, the blues. And there is no blues without Robert Johnson. So all those musics really come from other places. And the only music that was developed here is this music of jazz and rhythm and blues. And that's developed from Black people of color, people of African descent here in America. So to salute Black music, you really salute American music, period. And that's it.
Well, thank you for that. I told you, my listeners, I have some smart guests. And as I told you, you're going to learn on this show. So thank you for breaking that down so eloquently. I appreciate that. Now, I want you to tell us, about Spur of the Moment. You guys have some new music coming out?
So Spur of the Moment, we still have music left over. So,
I got a catalog of music.
Yeah, we still have the In Too Deep album. Go look it up, In Too Deep. And we have a record with the famous now Moo Fresh, Maimouna Youssef, Between Me and You. And we have another record called Move On. And these are records that this record was created a few years ago, but it's still relevant. So go pick that record up, and you owe it to yourself. In Too Deep, Spur of the Moment. Go pick it up, stream it, download it, the whole routine. Just pay for it.
Now tell the folks where they can follow you. They want to follow you and keep
They want to follow us at, you can go to our website, thespurthemomentband.com. You can follow us on on Facebook at Spur the Moment Jazz. You can follow us on Instagram at Spur the Moment Band, and on Twitter at the same place.
All right. Now, before you leave, I gotta have some fun. This whole interview was fun, but I want to have some fun. You ready for some fun?
Come on now.
Now, we're gonna play a quick game. It's called Pick One. Now, a lot of my guests, they won't give me 2 and 3 answers, but it's called Pick One. So, you ready?
Yep, come on.
All right, what you drinking? What kind of liquor you drinking, white or brown?
Brown.
All right. Maryland crab cakes or Philly cheesesteaks?
Maryland crab cakes.
Now, you better say that. All right, last question. If you had the opportunity to hit the stage with one of these, who you going with? Jimi Hendrix or Prince?
Hendrix.
All right. Ding, ding, ding. He answered all the questions. Thank you, sir, for hanging out with me today in the zone. It was so nice. And listen, again, shout out your social media pages again.
Come on, Spur the Moment Jazz at Facebook. That's on Facebook. At Spur the Moment Band on all other social media platforms. TheSpurTheMomentBand.com. Come on, buy that music. We want to thank Smiley J in the Artist Zone. And I'm happy to be here. This is Wayne Bruce, Spur the Moment in the Artist Zone.
Thank you so much, sir. And you enjoy the rest of your evening. And I'll see you at the 30+1
30+1
celebration.
There you go. All right.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
Hi, I'm Brittany Atterbury, and you're in the Smiley J Artist Zone.
Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. Yes, indeed. Special thanks to today's guest, Mr. Wayne Bruce, for sharing a piece of his music life and also sharing some of those special moments and stories with some of his industry friends. And he also dropped some really good jewels about black music, American music, that is. So be sure to follow Spur the Moment on their social media pages, and also be on the lookout, for their announcement as they announce their 30+1 celebration in the business, which is going to be a live and virtual event because, they got to reach the people worldwide. You know what? As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and end the show on a little bit of Spur of the Moment's music, N2D. Y'all know the drill. Until next time, be well, stay safe, and remember to listen to good music. Your ears will thank you for it. I'm Smiley J, and I'm out.
Fearful of the future. My path now bears a simple truth. No need for wasted tears. All my thoughts now crystal clear and set on what it is that I must do. I'm further now than when I started, forced to believe beyond my means, both stronger now and more determined. I've resolved to follow to wherever this may lead. I'm in too deep. I can't let go. I can't let go. I've come too far to turn and run. No matter what they may think, I still believe in this dream. I can only be what has been promised. My faith, the sum of ordered steps, but my impatience only leaves more room for doubt. It seems all that I need now is to believe. I no longer count the days in passing. I I've made my peace with yesterday. Now looking forward, I believe more strongly in that which I've seen is far beyond what many dare to dream. I'm in too deep. I can't let go. Said I'm in too deep. Too far to turn and run. No, 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 no. I won't. I can't stop. No matter what they think. Said I still believe So hold on, hold on. I'm so much stronger now than ever before. These tests and trials are proof that I'm where I belong. So I keep holding on. My heart is fixed to know that I see. Oh, I'm in too deep. Oh, said I'm in too deep. I've come too far to turn. Gotta keep on, gotta keep moving.